Okay, what's up, guys? This is Zach Mini Monster, and you're watching our YouTube channel, Artoys TV. And today we will talk about Artoys, about community, about everything, how's going on here in Dubai, and not only in Dubai. Check it out. Today we have a special guest, one of the best people in Dubai, my friend Charlie from Sandbox
Sandbox Swapmeet.
Sandbox Swapmeet. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. What's up, Charlie? How are you?
All good, bro. All good, Zach.
How's it
Thank
going
you.
on in Dubai?
It's amazing. The art scene is moving. The art toy designer toys are moving so fast and quick. It's evolving as much as the Philippines, I believe so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is why we invite Charlie, because I know some people already here in Dubai because I'm here for a while, like 2 years. But Charlie living here how many years?
10 years.
10 years. Yeah, for 10 years, I'm sure that you saw everything, how different culture was growing up here, like a collectibles, sneakers culture and everything. Because I remember when I came here first time, also 10 years ago,
Yeah.
it was nothing. It was a few stores maybe in Dubai Mall, and that's it. But right now it's changing. A lot of people, a lot of collectors, and the sneaker culture and even the toy culture right now is super big. And when I meet you, I understand that you are a really special person because you are doing something special.
Yeah.
And I want
you.
to talk about this, okay?
All right, sure.
Okay, when you're meet this world with the art toys, or when you start collecting, or maybe when you saw it first time, because I remember when it happened with me, it was 2010.
Yeah.
And that time I changed my career like as a graffiti artist from the classic letters to characters.
Right.
And the same moment I was thinking, okay, my characters looks pretty simple, and like maybe I can do something with them. What I can do with them, like animation or something. And I was searching, and one time I saw just a picture with the lady and the toy.
Right.
That's it. And I was, what the hell is going on? What kind of toys is this?
Right.
And that time I start like just searching. What is going on? What kind of toys is this? How I can find it? How I can create it? And that time I was living in Siberia, and it was like not easy, man.
Yeah,
Because I think I was only one person in Siberia
that knows about
this.
art toys. Yeah.
So it was my experience, and I still remember first toy what I bought like in Moscow. It was super small pink lady from Kid Robot.
Right.
So
Nice.
what was your experience with the toys first time? How you meet with it?
Yeah. So basically, I didn't even start with art toys immediately.
Okay.
So I started with vintage army stuff.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was my very first collection. I was collecting American, Japanese, and all this. And then there was one day, it was back in 2009. I went to a store, saw a toy. It wasn't even an art toy. It was a Toy Story, an
Oh my
entire
gosh,
set.
yeah.
So I said like, I like that. It was from my childhood. I bought the entire set. And that started my journey with art toys. So when I started, researching more about toys and all this, the very first artist that I actually knew about was Frank Kozik.
Oh man,
the
it's
US.
legend. Yeah, of course.
The one of the greatest, a GOAT. And when I learned about him, I tried to look for his stuff in the Philippines, but it isn't available. The art toy scene yet back in 2009 wasn't as big as now back
Yeah,
in
of
the
course,
Philippines.
Of course, man.
And then Quicks came out.
Oh wow.
And then even the very first Quicks release, which was made of putty, the one that you use from the hardware you use to fix pipes. That was the very first release that he made, and I actually got one of those. And
But
that
how
started.
did you know about him?
So I was following ToyCon from the Philippines.
Okay.
I was following different groups like the Funko group, and he also released one there. And he was releasing stuff like slowly at the time, and I really wanted, because it was so nostalgic for me, because it was inspired by, you can see the inspiration. It was Gundam with the skull and bones style, and then it was very modern with the hands in the pocket. It's very streetwear, and I always loved hip hop.
Of course,
always
man.
loved hip hop. And then I learned about his background, that he's also a graffiti artist, he's a street artist, and that related to me and started my journey collecting. And yeah,
Super cool, man. But yeah, it's a super cool story, because when you understand, like, behind any collectors, any person, you have like almost this, not the same, but his personal experience, but
Yeah.
it's something close to your, like, your experience. Because I started collecting before, of course, the Artoys. I was collecting different stuff in my childhood. Like, I don't know, you have this chocolate eggs, like
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Kinder
yeah.
from Germany. So I remember when it's happened in Russia, it was, I guess, not in the kindergarten, we have the gifts for New Year, and they give us this chocolate,
Whoa.
like 91st. I don't remember exactly the year, but it was the Happy Hippo collection.
Yeah.
And from that time, I go crazy. It was not often. We can't buy it all the time, because
Right.
it still was after USSR time.
Right.
It came slowly because I was living in a very small city. But this feeling, I think it was the beginning.
Right.
Like in my childhood, I started collecting this, and that came, the art toys came just the right moment, I guess.
Exactly.
And right now, after these 14 years, I also was a witness of this evolution of artists, this market and everything. Because when we started, it was, I guess, nothing.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
our countries, it was nothing. It was big only in US, maybe Asia, somewhere like Japan, but they
Right.
also have a specific market that
Right.
time. So right now it's global, but yeah, cool, yeah.
It was the thing that I love about art toys is that it's more about the artist than the toy. And if you relate more with the artist, it's easier for you to relate with their work.
Of course.
This is one thing that I really loved when I got into it. I didn't even, I admire a lot of the works, but I'm not buying everything because
yeah, of course,
I
of
need to
course, yeah.
relate to the thing that they are creating. Even before, there were even artists that was ahead of Quicks at the time that was already making designer toys. And unfortunately, it didn't kind of work out in terms of becoming famous, but
Yeah.
I still love their work and I still have their works.
Of course,
so
man.
that's the thing that I love about artwork. It's all about your personal taste.
Yeah.
It's not about just
sure.
the hype.
For sure.
Yeah, but it's great what's happening now. It's becoming more mainstream, which I really love because it gives more opportunities for the artists that are really, really talented, are really hardworking.
That's true, for sure. Yeah, the same with me as an artist. I feel how people follow me because they feel something around my art, about my characters. They interested more about when I exactly explain what I try to show in my work. They, oh wow, it's working like this, and they feel something. Or some of them just get it as a visual effect,
Yeah.
like, oh, I like it because it's a mix it between graffiti, contemporary art, and some of them also was growing with the street culture, with the
Right.
graffiti, breakdance, everything. So they feel something. They like the feelings. Of course, about toys, the same. Sometimes I'm just like them because I like the style.
Right.
If I don't know maybe it's not like from artist, maybe it's from company. But
Right.
I feel something like maybe it's around graffiti or something, jewelry, something like what I like. Yeah, I like it. But for example, right now after exhibition on Philippines, after ToyCon, I meet a lot of artists like toy designer who have a crazy style,
Yeah.
and I really can understand. Okay, this guy is unique.
Right.
Because I never saw something like that. For these 14 years, I feel that he creates some unique characters.
Right.
And it's super cool. I like this one, and I like support this thing and collect this thing. I think all collectibles and all collectors are about this. So,
Yeah, that's true. Even with the way that I see artists, when we met the first time, I immediately told you I'm a big fan, right? Because I've been following your artwork for a long time. I think for 5 years I've been following your Instagram, and I've always told the guys, one day we're gonna work with someone like him. And then you approach us, and I was like, yo,
Yeah,
and
man.
because the thing that I really like is, again, like what you said, it's about people relate to it. They speak to you in a certain way when you do the inspirations with the Astro Boy, the Gundam. Those things relate to me because I grew up around it.
Yeah.
And it's almost the same thing with the artists that we support here now. For example, like Vin Miranda or Mark Barreto of All Defs and Mema. The reason why I like their artwork is focused on street design,
Yeah.
graffiti, street artistry, hip hop, and those kind of things relates to a lot of general people. Unlike before, everyone's looking at fine art as the only art, valid. But now street art and graffiti works are accepted and are even used in big brands like Louis Vuitton,
Yeah, man, everywhere.
Off-White,
Yeah.
Nike, and a lot of people say they elevated street graffiti or street art, but I don't believe that, because I think art is art.
Yeah, man. But also this artist changed the game in this luxury
Right.
segment, because for a long time they was like the same.
Right.
And after Virgil came to Louis Vuitton, he just put this bomb inside, and he changed the visual and everything and philosophy. And I believe because the street artists, usually they self-made guys. They
Right.
don't have a cliche or something. They just follow their dreams and styles, and they create how they feel.
Right.
And the brands and everyone right now needs something unique.
Exactly.
Because they try everything, marketing, this. And when they find this guy, okay, graffiti artists, they are crazy. They create something, if they have idea, boom, they go on the street, they create toys. So, and they never, for example, I never learn how to draw.
Yeah.
I start drawing in when I was a kid, but nobody teach me, nobody show me. I just
Right.
try and and when I saw the graffiti, when I find the graffiti 25 years ago, I go on the street and just try. And step by step, it was a long way to create something unique, but it's my own if you know my works.
Yeah,
If you
it's
will,
your signature.
If you will check my works, you will understand that the signature,
Right.
signature style, signature moves, signature technique. We all have the spray can, but we use it different way.
Exactly.
And this is unique. That's why these brands and everyone invite street artists. The same with the Artoys. Right now, I saw the all brands start creating. I saw a lot of this for example, in Korea.
Yeah.
Each coffee shop have the mascot, toy collection, something, a lot. And China and Japan, of course. But right now, I see how the luxury brands invite the artists. For example, like a Dior and everyone,
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton create these characters, and they selling it's like collectibles.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That was one of the biggest leaps in terms of art, toys, and pop culture, to cross that gap between the high luxury brands and to the pop culture scene that we know and we love is such an amazing thing to see. Because before, when even Virgil Abloh was starting out with sneakers, with Kanye West, even Murakami, right?
Yeah.
When they started out, for that to happen, the process of that took so long.
Yeah.
Even the process from Kozik to them was so long. Before Cos, Brian Donnelly was recognized as a real artist. He was just bombing the US
Yeah.
everywhere. He was bombing all this big brand advertisement.
Yes, man.
And to see all those works put into high-end luxury brands was such a big thing, because it validates the fact that, even luxury brand owners or people who like luxury brand actually relates to the people who love street art and graffiti
Yeah, that's
works.
true. Yeah.
That's the one thing I love.
Yeah, and the most impressive thing, how the people they saw someone like a cause. Oh my gosh, this guy is so popular. I mean, he's booming last 5 years. And I try to explain people that he doing this all his life.
Yeah.
It was a long way. The same with Murakami and everyone.
Exactly.
Even me, I'm still a young artist, but I almost 40, and I spent only for graffiti 25 years.
Yeah.
And after graffiti, I moved to some gallery stuff, for the art toys, for everything. But I spent a lot of time for this half of my life, and I'm still on the way.
Right.
You never know. We are doing this not for something, we are doing it for us because it's our passion,
Exactly.
it's our way. Maybe someday it's boom and you somewhere up, but we enjoy the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I love, because that's why I love Artoys, because it's a product of passion. Like every artist puts in time, year, blood, sweat, and tears,
Yeah, of course,
just to come out with something that maybe people would like. They're
get
not
one
even sure.
prototype.
Exactly. they don't even know if people would like them. They're just doing it for themselves, and that's one thing I love about artists who does art for themselves, because you have no limits. You're not limited by hype. You're not limited by people telling you this will look nice. If you do something in your own style, your own art, and you're not, trying to catch up into a trend,
is the best thing.
Exactly.
I mean, if you follow only your passion, it's always the best result. First, do everything for you. After, you will find the people who will like it.
Exactly.
And of course, dislike, but
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because it's normal. In our life, it's always happening. Yeah.
And look, even Renaissance artists was never appreciated in their own time. You get what I mean?
Of course.
Like they were appreciated 100 years after.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how I see art. It's like a place. When you talk about art, you cannot elevate or downgrade art. It's just about timing. It's about appreciation.
Yeah, of course,
there will be time that certain styles will be appreciated. And right now, the styles that are being appreciated is street and contemporary new styles.
Yeah.
We've got past the Renaissance style. Well, it still sells, but everyone in the general market are always looking to hip hop, street design, and all this. And I love that I'm here to see everything grow. Like even smaller artists, people that I know, started from scratch, are working with Adidas. This big brands that we grew up in. Like we just wanted to buy the shoes, and now our friends.
The same. When I create my first toy, my first prototype, imagine I make it in collaboration with Nike.
Nice.
I never was dreaming that I will do something with them. I just follow my passion. I create this character, Street Trooper, and this guy was wearing the Air Max because I'm a big fan of Back to the Future movie. That's why, only because this. And when the Nike saw it, they asked my friend, because he was working somehow with them, invite this guy to our office. We need to talk with him. We need to support him. We need to do something together. It's crazy how sometimes you never expect something big, but it's happened.
It's whenever that happens, when I see that happen, I'm just so happy for the artist, because big brand collaboration is a big step from before. There was a time like, artist is not a job. It's a hobby. Artistry is not a job. And that is something that we grew up in. That's our generation. Our parents would say, don't be an artist. There's no money there.
Yeah, that's true, guys.
But now, everyone wants to be an artist. And I love that. I love seeing that. Young kids trying to draw, trying to create videos, trying to make music. Even my son, I support him.
That's cool.
And this is something that I would like to see more. I don't want to gatekeep anyone when it comes to art design. Even when people are just starting out and are asking, a new designer for toys.
Yeah.
They're starting out. They want to sell their products. Of course, I would try and support them. If I cannot buy it and it's not within my taste, I would share it with people that I know that might like it. But then they need to improve. I love the journey all the time. And whenever I relate to an artist like you, Vin Miranda, Mark Barreto, Quix, Carlo Cacho, it's something that is within me. And I will always want to have something, especially
But imagine the best thing that we are the witness of all this process, how the street culture starts and move to the big stage, even with the toys. We follow this process, and we around this process. And you said about your son, and the same with my daughter. Like, she always asks me, Dad, we are high beasts. Yeah, we are high beasts, because she like everything what around us, around our family. So she support me a lot. Even today, she told me, go, do it, but like, Dad, do it the best way. I will support you. Many followers and many everything. She is cool. By the way, we start talking about the family. What your family thinking about your hobby or your life, about your collection, about everything? Because it's very important.
Yeah, of course. Well, when I was starting out, they didn't really like you get that negativity at the beginning because you're a grown man collecting toys.
Yeah.
Right? When even like extended families are saying like, you're a grown man, why are you collecting toys? But then they saw how much the value of my collection was, and they were saying like, oh, it's an investment. For me, it's buying toys is for my personal enjoyment. I don't even think about think about it as an investment.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's like secondary that, yeah, if it does increase in price, great. But I'm really not
Bro,
looking
when we
to
start
sell it.
collection,
Exactly.
we didn't expect that this game will grow too fast
Exactly.
and will booming and like a sneakers
and I
culture.
was buying early on,
yeah,
like
of
Dunnies, like the Kozik pieces. I have those, and even like the early Quicks products. I still have them in the Philippines, and I'm not even looking to sell.
Yeah, of course.
And now when they saw, you know, we started Sandbox Swapmeet, they saw the potential of having an event and doing your passion with toys
Yeah.
together. It made more sense for them, and it became an easier acceptance. They accepted it quickly.
Man, and you build the community.
Yeah.
It's also very important when the family, I think right now, even before they didn't understand what around you, what
Exactly.
happened, but when they came to the event or something, they understand that everything around you.
Exactly.
And it's not like a business or something.
Right.
It's because your passion, and your passion right now is very big. The same with me. Like also, when I start collecting, I remember when I was like a fan of Koz, and I started buying his toys when it was like $200, I guess, like retail price the
Yeah.
first time, and it was original
That's
fake,
crazy.
man.
Yeah.
It was not open edition that time. And when I bought this, all my friends asked me, what the fuck are you doing, man? You spent $200 for this shit.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I buy it because, of course, I didn't expect that cost will like
Increase in value.
increasing like in the space, you know. But I was buying because I liked it was unique. It's the big piece. I like the everything. It's like a magnet for me. Whoa, it's cool, the box and everything. And my family, my wife, that time, oh, okay, cool. You like it? Okay. Even when we was traveling in Hong Kong for his exhibition, just to saw it in the real life, because it was 7-meter sculpture first time.
Yeah.
It was, oh my gosh. And I even in Hong Kong, I asked people, you know, the cost, where's the exhibition? And nobody know about it.
It was weird.
It was like 10 years, maybe more ago. And after, when the hype around him started booming, all my friends, oh, Zach, can you give us advice where we can buy some piece from him? Like, and right now they still have like 1-2 piece open edition or something. But you told me that your collection, like, you never think about to sell it or resell it. But I have another experience, you know about this. In Russia, I had like a big collection in my studio, more than 500 toys, maybe more. I never check it, but I sold all my collection.
Right.
Like, and for this money, we moved with the family to Dubai.
Right.
Imagine I bought like a toys for $200 and I sold it like around $10K each. So, but I had a lot of them. And even the Transformers G1 or something, Ninja Turtles. I sold everything, like a full collection, because like my family asked me, do you feel sad about this?
Right.
But you know why? What I was feeling inspiration because I was known that if I will go to Dubai, I will use all these opportunities here. I will grow up as a person, as an artist, and after I can collect again.
Exactly.
And right now I'm already have a big collection here for these 2 years.
You got it back.
If you will check my collection, it's already something. It's not like a few toys.
Not small,
it's already like 100 toys. So so this game, in this passion, it's super unique. I mean, it's the same like graffiti. When I start doing graffiti, all guys told me that it's not about only art. It's about communication. Because it was like, okay, I want to travel another city. First, what you are doing, you message some guys. Okay, you know someone from the city? Yeah, for sure. They give you a contacts. You call this guy. Yeah, please come. And it's always like super cool experience. The guy,
you don't even know each other.
And he meets you like a best friend. Oh, let's go there. Let's go. Even you didn't spray with him. Like
exactly.
On the talk, drink something, like have fun. The same around any culture, sneaker culture or art toys. You can go, I don't know, Philippines, man. I was in the Philippines. I meet all guys there. Like, they was crazy. Like, oh, boss, how are you? Let's go there. I will show you this one. And behind every artist, it's like a person. It's story. It's personality. So it's super cool to meet people who interest in the same thing. Because before 10 years ago, no appreciation. I mean, it was like, you collect.
Everybody hates it.
You collect strange things for what? because I like it. I always explain. Maybe some of you like play guitar. I'm not judging you. It's your passion.
Yeah.
For example, for me, this things the better, and for another people, because we grow up on like it's like a parallel universe.
Yeah.
We have different situation, but around one passion. So
Yeah.
it's almost the same. It's always unique. It's cool. It's very cool.
Yeah, even when you said like you sold your entire collection, it's almost the same as me when I started out in Dubai. I had nothing about 10 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
I had my wife, I had to leave them behind. I said like, you know what? Screw the low paying job in the Philippines. Let me sell majority of my things. So I said like, screw it. I'll sell it. Got here, started, hustling. For about the first 3 years, I wasn't even buying any toys.
Man, of course.
And then,
guys, if you will come to Dubai, believe me, Dubai is like a checking you all the time. Like the first few years.
that's where the hardest part is. And right after, it's about, hard work and passion. I got lucky, started, working with my own business about 7 years ago, established my own company and started another company in Abu Dhabi, traveled the world and all this. Then I started buying the things that I lost, started buying quicks again, started buying things that I really liked. And now I have an entire room of toys that I never imagined I would have.
Oh my gosh.
Because back then buying a $300 toy was such a big pain for me. Like I can't spend that. I would rather put that into my family.
Yeah, of course.
But now whenever a release comes in and it's $1,000, you don't even blink anymore. And I just want it. We don't even need to discuss. Let me have that, because now it's the joy of having something from almost an idol all the time. Whenever I see artists, I see them as an inspiration. Even as a designer with flowers, that's my main job. I see inspiration from even just the color schemes that you do, the things that you create. And I can always apply that in the things that I do as a designer as well, which I always love. That process of my passion of collecting and applying it on the work that I do with flowers is a big inspiration for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, man.
That's true. Oh, it's super cool. Talking about all this process is it's super fun. I mean, for example, from my family, I have 100% support right now. Like, of course, they support me all the time, and I have like the best wife who always support me in any situation, even when I feel bad, and she told, oh, you will make it, don't worry.
Exactly.
It's cool. Even if we have like less money and I saw the toy and I will not buy it. No, buy it, because she know that this situation can change something.
Exactly.
When you get it, you have like inspiration or something, you go forward and you get what you want. So it helps. For someone, if it helps, why not? Like for me, it's really good inspiration, as even for the artists who create this like characters and toys. So yeah, it's super cool. But do you know how many toys you have now in your collection?
Oof.
Around
roughly, I would say at least, it's not much, including the ones in the Philippines, around 500 pieces. So these are mostly local artists in between Cos and Bear Bricks and all the Frank Kozik, people, Dunnies and all this. It's about 500 in terms of just art toys. And then I still have, other toys that I collect over the years. I collect 90s and 80s stuff. I have Funkos and all this, video game collection. So
no, all of them.
All of them. Let me say and be honest, about 1,500 altogether. Safely 1,500 to 2,000 pieces of collection that I have had over the past 7 years that I started collecting again. And those are the things that I even sized down last year, because I was planning on moving to the US, and it still is a process. But then I started buying shit again, so it added back up. So I basically didn't size down. So now I still have more. So I just said like, you know what, screw it. I'll just ship it to the US and keep everything that I have. But yeah, actually, since Sandbox Swapmeet started, that's the only time that I think that people are actually asking about my collection because I've always been a bit low-key. I would share on my socials, but it's between just me and my friends.
Yeah.
But then I met awesome people who share the same passion. And now every time I meet someone who has an amazing collection, I always love seeing it. You share.
Interesting.
It is. And when I met you, even in your office, the things that you have, I said like, we have the same taste. Star Wars,
man,
90s, 80s toys. Those things, it clicked immediately, and it bridges the gap of not knowing anyone. We don't know each other personally, but when we saw each other's collection, it was easier to become friends and talk.
Man, and you understand what it's all about. Like, you're around the same things. You don't need to explain.
Exactly.
I understand your passion because I have the same. Like, that's it. Even you can understand the personality of the person. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that's true. That's cool. One question. How much it cost your collection now? And it's hard. It's this
hard,
question. You can't give the right answer. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, the same with me.
It's been collecting for so long. Like I don't even keep track of it anymore. But roughly with the Artoys, vintage video games, the vintage toys that I have collected, less than 100, more or less 100K US. Right around there. I cannot say more.
Because you still need to live somewhere.
Yes, and the tax. So Philippine Tax Authority, please don't come looking for me. But it's right around that, and it's just because when I started buying things 7 years ago, when I had my own, started my own business, I said like, I need to relax some way. And instead of putting things, stupidly, like, having addictions and stuff, I would rather buy things that I would like to keep.
Okay.
And it just kept growing. And now,
of course you never check
exactly
how much.
And majority of the collection is in the Philippines. I rarely bring stuff that I have here, and the things that I have here is even like maybe 10% of the entire collection that I have.
Okay.
And that the plan on that is that when I do live in the Philippines, I want to start my own, museum of toys over the years that I've collected, because I have, 70s, 80s, 90s. Then you have the pre-war toys that I collected. And then now the video games from the 90s, all of the consoles, Nintendo, PlayStation, and then, the new art toys. I kind of stopped with Funko, but I still have those. So those kind of things I enjoy. I'm not really picky with the toys. Whenever I like something, I just buy it. Like,
but you like a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing.
This is the problem.
Whenever I see it, like I said, I like that. I can pay for it. I'll buy it. That's the only thing. That's the only discussion that I have whenever I see toys. And once I have it, it brings so much joy to me that I'll keep it for a while. I won't even hide it, and then maybe after a few months I find something else that I would really like and display. I always play around with my display, especially at home.
the same. I never check how much is my collection. Because even for example here, before I never had like a 1000% bear bricks, but because you don't have too much space or something, or blah blah blah. The box is big, but for example here, I find that last year the Virgin was selling them with the 70% discount. They cost like a 5-6K, and I bought it for 900.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Of course I can.
It's not a thinker.
Yeah,
you need to get it. You need to grab it.
All of them. But the thing is how I can check how much is it.
Yeah,
it's 900 or it's 5,000.
So that's the thing about the market that sometimes a lot of people hate that. But I always say like, hate the game, don't hate the player, because the thing is, yes, we do get it sometimes for cheaps, right? And it's almost just timing. If you get it for cheap and you sell it for more, that's up to you. For me, as long as it's reasonable and within the market price of the item, I don't really mind marking up. I'm very honest with people. If you're buying something from me, I would tell you if it's just cost. I just want to buy something else. I just want to move things around. But if I have like very grail pieces, like when I had the first release Quicks figure, I couldn't sell that for the same 3,000 pesos. That's like 200 dirhams. I cannot sell it for that. When I sold that to a museum, actually, I sold it for at least 6,000 dirhams.
Okay. Cool.
So from that, because it needs to make sense for me. Why would I sell it to you for the same price?
Yeah, maybe you will never get it again.
Exactly. And now I couldn't get it anymore. It's not even appearing on the market. Nobody's even talking about it. And I was trying to track it down because it was sold at an auction. Yeah. So they bought it from me for almost 65,000 pesos, sold it for at least 120,000 pesos. So they still made their money back and double. Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah, the same. It's true because we bought from you 2 toys from Quicks. Boba Fett and Mandalorian. And I remember when Ilya asked you how much is it, you give him like just retail price, something like, okay, just take it because I will buy something.
Exactly.
Another choice for this price, but you never try to play this resale game because the true collectors, they're never around this. I mean, of course you will use the chance when you just can't sell the cost toys. If it costs like $10,000, you will not sell it for 1,000, of course. But with the regular things, we just collect, we change, we sell. Sometimes I never sell too much. I mean, I sold collection, of course, because I need to move, but I'm never in this game. I'm just I enjoy my collection. I buying only that pieces what I like. Really like,
I never went into it like a lot of people do. Like I know a lot of people that goes into the art toy scene to scalp, basically, right? Upon release, they repost it. That's why what I learned from the recent years is that, you know what? Let me just wait 3 months, 6 months. I don't really mind. It'll pop out. It's even less than SRP. Then I'll start buying things that I really like because at the end of the day, I don't want to resell. It's not the main thing that I do. I just want to collect. So when I saw the trend, like people are just buying things for reselling and, you know, hyping up, I love it too because then the artist gets that kind of appraisal. Their value goes higher in the market, which I love. It's amazing for the artist, but for me as a collector, I wouldn't buy into the hype. I love the artist. I would support you, but I wouldn't buy into the hype of paying 5 times more just because it came after the release.
If you can wait,
exactly, I can wait, and if I can, make way of, talking to the artist
because
directly.
We are not about the quick things like, okay, money. No, we're about passion. But about main things, what you start telling the story about your business and what are you doing? Can you just tell more about your regular life? Because I mean, the people need to know who we are in the real life. I mean, I'm artist. I'm full-time artist. More than 10 years. I'm doing only art and about my style and about everything. I escaped from this system but I'm lying now, because I'm working in 3 companies. But I mean, I was doing the artworks and everything, but right now I'm working in the companies who create toys. So I'm working only because I like toys, and this market is...
We're still working in the places that we love. That's the important thing. So, but about 10 years ago, I came to Dubai. My parents were working here already. They've been here for at least 24 years now. Wow. So I grew up, knowing that they're here and it might be a possibility. Gave up the life in the Philippines. I was buying and reselling toys even. And, that's how I got, the side hustle money. Because it was really tough. And then I got here. I saw the scene. It was really dead in terms of toys. Pop culture was basically non-existent. Nobody cares about toys then. So I started a job in a flower shop. I was a sales for flowers. It was in Mall of the Emirates and Dubai Mall. It was a famous luxury brand. So they're selling like $1,000 roll of flower arrangements. So that's how I started with the industry of floristry. So I'm actually a floral designer. I design flowers for events. So it's not I know a lot of people think when you say florist or floral designer, you think about the supermarket flowers. I don't deal with that. Unfortunately, whenever I do floral design, I work with royal families in Dubai and the UAE. So that's how it started. The first company I worked for as a sales, I was hired by a client. I was poached to his company, a French brand that I'm working with now again as a designer. Hired me, got my way up, met an investor, believed in me. For about a year or two, I traveled the entire world to learn more about floral design, worked with famous designers, and it's not even a masterclass. I was actually in their event learning the things that they were doing. So I'm not paying them to teach me. They're actually paying me to just be there and, work with them. And it was such an experience. And, I came back, started the business in Dubai. It became successful. And then another investor came in, said let's start in Abu Dhabi. I said, you know what, let's open another one. I don't mind. Let's go. And then, now I'm more of, to be honest, financially speaking, I'm at the point where I'm financially free and I can do whatever I like. I could retire at any point and, have enough money to last a lifetime for my family and be safe. And at this point, I keep saying I'm just doing it for fun. I came back to to my company, the French brand that I work for, just because my old boss contacted me and said I need a designer. And I said, you know what? Okay, if the money is right, no problem. Because I'm getting bored, playing all day at home. I'm just on my computer playing. And she said you know what? Come back. All right, done.
Cool.
And now we're designing. I'm even traveling to Saudi to open branches for the brand. So this is something that I really enjoy, the process of creating design. I know a lot of people think when it's flowers, it's all dandy, happy and all this, but it's one of the most stressful jobs, especially with events, because
of course,
you need to think about the products. It's not like paint that it doesn't expire. It's a perishable. It's like food. It only lasts 3 days. So you have to think about, I've done royal events, royal weddings for palaces and all this, and my clients are on that scale. So I was really lucky to be able to do that and have fun with it. And it wasn't even a job that I really liked at first. I was just thrown into it because it was really hard to find a job as a guy in Dubai. Most companies would hire, ladies, to be honest. At the time, with sales, even the offices, they would rather hire a woman than a man because, it's admin work, and I'm a business management graduate. So it all worked out. And now, aside from the business, we have a Sandbox Swapmeet. So this is a passion project, also almost a business because we have to treat it as a business, even though it's not really for profit making. It's more of a community collaborative company where we work with the communities to create a pop culture event by collectors, by fans, by the people who are really passionate about pop culture, not just, big companies trying to market themselves as pop culture brands. Because we've seen a big gap in the market about 2 years ago. That's where we actually met in the Springs the last time. That's actually our sixth event in the past 6 years. 3 years. Oh, sorry, 2 years. And that was one of the biggest collaborations we did because that was Imar, and Imar approached us for it. And we never actually imagined that happening because exactly. what we're trying to do was just have fun. We started with 10 of our closest friends. We were in the mall outside of the city. It was in Outlet Mall.
I know that place, of course.
So we were hidden in a corner in Outlet Mall, had 10 tables, bring our collection, just display it and maybe sell it if someone's interested. And, we never really expected, a lot of foot traffic or people coming.
Yeah, man. And right now it's only one event around Artoys and collectibles. Yeah, of course we have something big, but it's not focusing on the same things. They focusing more about movies and everything, Funko. But your event, the best thing, because it's combine everything and invite all people who are interested about this here in Dubai, they are in. And I remember the feeling when I saw the post, I think in Instagram, just, Art Toys, Collectibles, and I was in shock, what the fuck? I'm not there. Like, why I didn't know about this? I saw with my wife, and how it's possible? Something happened in Dubai with Artoys, and I am not in, and I don't know about this. The same second we like a pickup taxi and go there, that one event inside
DIA.
yeah,
In Al Barsha.
so we was living the same area, and even it was bad because it's the same area, and I didn't know that it will happen. So we go there, check everything, and half of the day I was like,
yeah.
I can talk with my family because I was in shock. What the hell is going on here in Dubai without me? But the next event, I already messaged you like how I can be a part, or I want to be a part, something like that. And I was like really happy that you told me, yeah, for sure, we are happy that you message us, and that's it. And it's very easy. Like, I mean, when you have a normal communication with the people and the same passion, it's easy. And I meet all guys. Imagine how it works in my head. Like, I meet you. I understand that you are from Philippines. I meet all the collectors, guys who in Dubai, the artists also who create toys here, they from Philippines. So, and the next few months, I go Manila, ToyCon. And I go there not like a,
right.
I go not like a, I was there first time, but I feel I already was there.
Yeah.
Because I know you, I know people, you told me about another artist and everything. And Big Boy Cenk was following me, and I was following him like a few years. And I was going there like, okay, I will meet some friends there.
Yeah.
Like, even I saw them first time. A lot of the guys I never saw before. But I had a feeling that, okay, Philippines, cool, let's go. ToyCon, let's go. So I was there, and all these guys was crazy. Like, hey, Zach, yeah. Some of them already was following me. I was following them. So it was not like another planet. It was super cool. It was fun. I like the thing like this is going on. That's why we talked today, not only because you're a cool person, because you create the same platform for the people. Your event help people. Even it's helped me to meet you and other guys. And for sure, it will. For someone, it will be the first step for the career. Maybe, maybe after they will be like greatest toy artist. Who knows? You never know. But other thing what important here in Dubai, because you meet the whole region with this culture, because the Dubai and another cities here, Abu Dhabi, they super like they not involved right now too much in this culture, but if they like something, they go crazy. I mean, they will help a lot, and they will collect and everything. And as we talked before, like 10 years ago was nothing. Like, it was luxury, only luxury cars, supercars, and that's it. Right now, they have a big community of people who they also create their events with the street culture, with like a sneaker culture. They have a community. They have super cool brands, guys. Even the culture, but they don't have like a local designers. Maybe. But it's also will change after they will visit few exhibitions like this. They will understand that it's something super cool and unique. For sure, they will start, because I already know like a local artists, not local who came here, who was born here. They start doing some illustration. They interested about this. It's slowly, but it's happened. But if they like something, it will grow too fast. Like they will support it for sure.
That's why with Sandbox Swapmeet, our main goal is community service.
Of course,
we are the very first thing that I always say is that before we are event organizers, we are your fans. Like, we are, we have the same interests, especially with artists. That's why one of our main goals is to highlight the artists every single event, because I feel like a part of me have always seen in the scene of pop culture artists being neglected almost, because at the end of the day, these artists are actually the reason why people have all this. The movies, they're all artists. Maybe they're not well known yet, but maybe if you give them the right platform, right? Like you said,
sometimes they need just support, just attention.
Right.
One yes or perfect. That's it.
And that's the goal that we have, especially including the local artists, locally grown artists in the UAE, is to get that support for them. You know, we don't even charge for the artist in the event.
Yeah, that's true.
And we are the first of that kind wherein we bring in artists wherein most of the events would charge upwards of $700 for a table for 2 days. But
that's true,
we
guys.
give it for free because we believe that, you know, it can be big and it will support that community. And if we support that community right now, we're seeing the community supporting us, like you, the friends that we've met over the artist alley that we created, and they're the ones who even saying to their artist friends, you need to be in this event. You need to be in this event because they're actually supporting artists. And that's my dream. One day we're going to have a separate event with just all artists, art toy designers, prints, graffiti, and we're going to just have fun and, you know, share all our interests. And maybe one day that's going to be a
Yeah, it will happen for sure. Yeah, because already like for 2 years from little like 6 tables, right now it's big event, like and it will happen again, like you told me that it happens like 2 times a year, or
the next upcoming event will be in September 28th and 29 already, so we already booked that with Imar again this spring. So and then we're finalizing one in October, which will be in Abu Dhabi. And then we're gonna have another one in December. So we're trying to pump as much event that we can for the community, because we know there's no platform right now, especially in Dubai. Nobody does it anymore, like constantly or at least regularly. So we're just trying to fill that gap with the community, and we always try and bring that community with us. So hopefully we grow together.
Yeah, that's
as always.
True. That's true. Specific question, maybe you can remember the most expensive toy in your collection now or before you sold it, or just maybe you remember, not with the resale price, with the retail price.
For the retail, definitely the COS Holidays edition.
Okay,
those were, when I bought them, it was already retail. Resale. Yeah. So it was not retail because I really wanted it. And I said, you know what?
But which one? They have a lot of...
The tall one. The one standing. Okay. So that one, because it's the classic look, of course. And I said, like, you know what? Let me have that. I told my wife, I need to buy it. It was, at the time, was selling at 2,500 US.
Okay.
And I said, you know what, let me buy that. And I said, because I always limit myself.
Yeah, that's true.
If I go a bit crazy, there was a time that I was bidding and it went up to 4,000 US, and I was still outbidded.
Oh.
And that was my limit. And I said, like, you know what, even if I have the money, I said, I'll stay out of it, because
it's too much.
At the end of the day, it's still toy, and maybe one day I'll have it for, you know, a more reasonable price.
Yeah, for sure, man.
but that is one of the things that I kept. My COS collection. I don't even display it anymore. I just kept it at home. I even sent a few already in the Philippines because I don't want to keep moving things around. Because especially the older ones, they get damaged, you know, if you keep displaying it. Yeah. And the scratches, I really hate when my toys get scratches.
Yeah, the same.
So now when I do display things, I would display the bear bricks, especially the 80s and 90s inspired bear bricks, like RoboCop, Terminator.
I saw you bought it last time.
I bought 4 at the last event. It was really good price, and they gave me a really good deal. And I really love, you know, Gizmo, anything 90s.
The crank, I guess you put the crank. Yeah.
So anything 90s, when I see it, it's almost an immediate buy. Like, I need to have it.
But you know, the cool story about the cost, for example, last year, the prices go down.
Yeah.
I think not about him like artist, because the crisis and everything, people need money, and a lot of people start selling the original fake very low price. And I messaged one guy, I follow him, and I saw that he have like a good collection, the old one. And I messaged him like, oh, you're from where? He told me, oh, US, blah, blah, blah. And I told, you have a nice collection. But you know why? What? Right now, the price is going down. It's the best time to start buying something.
Right.
And yeah, for sure. And he started buying as a crazy man. Every day he posting that he buying original fake. Like even the bear brick, 1000% bear brick, he have the same like 8 pieces because he can afford it.
Yeah.
And he know that it will grow up one more time. Yeah, and it's cool. I follow him.
That's
it's
the
very
thing,
funny,
right? Like the market price, when if you really look at it, it's always going up and down, going up and down.
Yeah.
It's
you just need to find the right moment.
Exactly. And if you do buy at the high price like I did, it's almost a decision of you want to keep it for life, or you're planning on reselling it, maybe get your money back. For me at the time, I just said like, because he was such a big influence in my career.
For everyone.
Yeah, for everyone, especially when I saw his, the video that he made for his portfolio, where he was just bombing Dior signs and signages, big billboards, and just bombing the heck out of it. I said like, that's something that I want, and that's something that I did with my floral design. I went outside the norm of doing the classical designs,
some kind of inspiration.
So it became such a big inspiration for me. I said like, you know what, screw the traditional design, let me do my own thing, and that's how I got big clients. That's how I got my regular clients, and I said like, so this is what being an artist means.
But what about the cheapest one?
Oh, the cheapest ones, I have Funko. So
no,
that's an easy.
Talk not about Funko,
Artoys.
Artoys, yeah.
Probably the Dunnies that I have. The Mighty Jacks things are always cheap. So those are things that I just buy. Like you said, it's nostalgia because it's one of those things that first came out. I still have the Green Lantern Frank Kozik, like the Justice League ones. I have those, and even a friend of mine was gifting it to me. I said like, I actually have that already, and I still took it because he was insisting that he knew me as the art toy guy, the designer toy guy in the UAE, and he just gifted it to me because he was gonna leave the country. So those are. I don't see them cheap, to be honest. It's more of an affordable thing because in the market, I believe those things are still needed. Yeah. Especially for people who really can't afford anything more than $20, $30 because I started from there. Like I started from scratch. And for someone to buy a dunny for 50 dirhams, 60 dirhams, and they keep that for a while, and then when they do make more money and buy more expensive products, it's such an achievement. It's history.
But I'm still love these things. I mean, the Kid Robot, it's super huge thing in my life. Even I was customized the money and Danny in the beginning, and on your event, that I bought few of them. It was cool, and they in my collection. But the cheapest one, what I bought, it was on the Philippines right now. I told you that I bought the Astro Boy, the small one, Japanese.
Nice.
I think it's not like art toys. It's more, I think it's some collection of that time, maybe 90s or something. It was at 20 dirhams or something.
Yeah.
It was super cheap. But all these days, like the first 2 weeks, I always was playing with him, like take a picture, put here. I still enjoy him because it's something like, I enjoyed that I bought it too cheap. It's so cool.
And it's Astro Boy. To get it at that price is almost crazy. That's the thing about the market. There are some countries like the Philippines where it's oversaturated with that kind of toy that they are selling it for crazy prices. But like so cheap. And most of the things that I buy is from the Philippines. That's why I get so much. And I acquired that kind of collection just because I'm just buying online. I'm not even in the Philippines and I'm still buying shit. And I'm just sending it to my place. And
so you buying from the Philippines, get it here and send again to Philippines.
Yeah, it's something like this. It's specifically with the art toys. When I buy art toy from the Philippines, I try to bring it here.
Okay.
To give a highlight for the artist, especially because I think there's that they at least need a chance to be known, and that's kind of my goal. When I buy something from a Filipino artist, I'm proud that they're made by Filipinos.
Man, of course.
Show it here, show it off to people, and people will relate to it somehow, and people actually buy it, and that's how even Quicks started out when I pitched it to the company that's distributing it now. Even Arlux when it started out. That's how it started, because I had those toys. When they saw it in the event, they started asking.
Sometimes people need like influencer or someone like, okay, guys, this is the nice product, this is the cool toy. Oh yeah, and they follow this. But how did you display all your toys? But I mean, not that one, but you sent to Philippines, but. For example, here in your apartment, or I don't know, you live on villa or something. How did you display it?
I just do the glass cabinets. So basically, whenever I have my glass cabinets, I try and fill each one with Artoys now. But before, I had Funko walls, I have Pokemon cards. So I'm all over. Anything pop culture that relates to me, I try and get them. I even have Spawn collections, like the entire collection of Spawn, which is really hard to find. I'm trying to complete the comics now, so I'm getting into comics. I'm just all over. So whenever I display it, it depends on my mood, what I like. So sometimes I even box things up.
Man, it's hard to focusing, because the same, when you're a collector, you want something. It's more about, if you have a chance to buy everything, you will buy everything. Comics, this sneakers, maybe something's from 80s, from 90s. It's the same. I love the same stuff. It's super cool.
It's almost the same like sneakers, right?
Yeah.
With sneakers, you have a rotation. Like your weekly rotation. It's the same with me. In a monthly basis, I would change my entire cabinet full of toys, box them up, change it with something that's new, or at least from old, that I feel like I want to display this right now. So I always play around that display case. And actually, I even sized down from... I had 10 display cases of, the glass cabinets. And now I am down to 2, because I really boxed up everything, because I was getting ready of, migrating to the US. And I said, like, I need to be ready when the time comes that I need to fly. Fly to the US. Yeah.
You need to be ready. But tell me one thing about all this time when you collect. For all these years, do you have any experience with the bootleg, with the fake one?
Oh, yeah.
When someone sold you the fake or something around this?
Oh, yeah, definitely. In this kind of hobby, you'll never get rid of, those people who just want to make money and sell
you
fakes.
never protect. Yeah.
And sometimes even the sellers don't even know they're selling fake.
That's true.
It actually happens. So I've been burned quite a few times. I'm lucky enough, I think there's only one that really didn't give me back my money. And I just said, like, you know what, lesson learned. I won't deal with you anymore. But most of the time, because I've been playing in this industry for like 10 years, a decade. I was still in college, and I was already, even more actually, 15 years, I think, 2009, I started collecting. So whenever I said, most people that I deal with are people that I've worked with over the time of that 15 years, and they already know me that if I say it's fake, even one time a friend of mine sold me a COS, and it was fake here.
Oh, really?
It was here in Dubai. I was like, when I saw the color, because it was in the picture, so you'll never know, right? So when I got it, and I said like, wait, dude, it's fake. And he was saying, no, look at the tag, look at the... but that can be printed.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
Exactly. I said, like, I've been collecting these things for how many years already? I know the quality. Just the color right now, it's fake.
Yeah,
and
the quality and
lucky enough, and he said, like, I got screwed, because it was sold to him as well. Now he paid for it. And I said, like, next time, let me know. Ask me. If someone's selling it to you, I don't mind. Again, I support businesses. He was trying to start a business. So he was buying things from someone, and he didn't know it was fake, sold it to me for a little bit of markup. And I said, I don't mind. As long as I like it, I'll buy it. And then, it all worked out, because now he's focusing more on, anime figures. He didn't find Artoys as lucrative as he thinks, because he thinks like it's expensive, it's easy money, but it's
it's not easy. But remember the story on your event, the story with that guy who trying to sell the COS figure for me. Oh man, I know everything about COS figures. I mean, I was even checking the system with the real, the fake. So I'm in this like many years, and he started talking to me. Hey, what's up? You're collecting? Yeah, I'm collecting. I have some rare thing from my collection back in 2007. Blah blah. You want to check? Yeah, I want to check. Maybe I will support you if you need money. And he like boom and show me the like a COS. Astro Boy and Pessintro, and it was so bad quality. Like even the colors was more purple, you know,
Right.
and the qualities was like a super cheap resin or something, I don't know. And I told him, bro, it's fake from the first second. No. How you can understand? I can understand because I know it's fake. It's everything is different,
Right.
and even your story is the fake, because the fake for these toys start producing later, not in 2008
Right.
or
Exactly.
something. It came like maybe
Right
7
after.
years
Yeah.
later. So you can't tell me the story that it's from your collection. You're just trying to f us here. So yeah, sometimes it's happened. You need to be careful. And I know that a lot of even the famous collectors, or not the super famous, but they have good collection.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have the situation because on eBay or something somewhere they have like the photo is original toys.
Yeah.
But what they will send you is the problem. Maybe they will
Exactly.
send you the fake, and yeah, you can complain. You can make a case on eBay, and some of the people was lucky to get money back.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of people have a problem, but just check all information or ask your friends.
Always
if they
check
know
around.
something about this, they will help you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's not a
that's
problem.
that's
Yeah.
something that I do most of the time. A lot of times when people have something to buy, is this legit? And I said,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
be careful. Even the new local collectibles now. Look, Quicks has fakes now.
Really?
And a lot of people don't
Among
even
Quicks.
know. And they're being produced in China. And they're selling it as an original, but it's not. So those kind of things happen all the time, even with bear bricks,
Ah,
especially
yeah,
with
yeah.
things that are very famous. So that's why I always tell everyone, double check if you can check it personally or physically, much better than just looking at pictures online. Because even if you show me a picture and the light's off, maybe it's original,
that's
but
true.
maybe it's original, but
Yeah.
it looks fake on the picture. So I need to know physically if it's if
always
it's real or
try
not.
to buy from retail.
Exactly.
Or if you don't have a chance, to just find the normal guy who's selling with the good rate and everything. If they have a good feedback, always check. I mean, of course, you need be in, because different product have different things. Like, I mean, the most fake toys, the bootleg toys is of course COS and the Burbrick, I guess, because they are the biggest guys, the biggest companies, and in this game. And of course, you need to be a little bit involved, because if you go in a little bit deeper, you understand that everything is different. Like a detail, sticker, cardboard, everything. The plastic inside can be different color, can be transparent. So just first check a little photo from official things, like big stores, official websites. Like, check the details. The same with the colors, the plastic, the quality of plastic, the material, the weight, everything. So just search first a little information around this. After, check the photo, the quality,
Exactly.
the details. The XIs always hard to make
copy,
real, because they super skin or something. For the bear bricks, usually they make a bootlegs for the hype, like a chrome models, like a Sarayama or something. So usually they make a fakes for like a 10 models. And of course, right now, even they start producing with normal mechanism. Like it's the same like original, but you always can understand, because it's the same toys everywhere. Like the platforms, Chinese platforms, the online
up.
shop. You can search it. Just make a searching first, and after you can understand. Or ask people who already have a collection. They all normal guys. They building also. They like growing, because communities support them. If you find the guy who have nice collection, just ask them. They all normal. Just they will protect you. Like, okay, they will give you advice. It's also working. So be careful with this.
Even for me, whenever I check, it's always the quality. When you buy something and you feel like something's off, that's an immediate sign that it's fake. Even people who doesn't know costs, like, if you see the style, because you know how much you're paying for it, right?
Of course.
Like, you're paying 3,000 dirhams. It's not cheap. So if
or
you
$3,000,
$3,000. So it's between that, right? So those kind of things, you just look at the price and the quality. So if the quality doesn't live up to the price that they're selling it to you, then it's probably fake.
It's
the
fake.
color, like Zach said, first thing I look at, color, quality of the PVC, because usually those PVCs, they are unique to each production. Even though right now, with sneakers, they're kind of catching up, but when you actually check, even just with the sole and you bend it, you immediately know, right? It's the same thing with toys. The color, the quality of the resin, the texture, number one. Even with the paint, if it's too dirty, the lines are not clean. Those are probably
it's
fake.
Never
Those
happened
are
with the original.
very first signs.
Yeah,
because
that's true. That's true.
This big companies, Bear Bricks, COS, this big brands, even Kid Robot, Dunnies,
like Murakami or
right?
someone,
Murakami. They go through that process to make sure that the quality is 100%.
Of course, because it's expensive. Yeah, and I guess we have like a last question from me, what we can discuss. If by chance, if you will have the same situation like you had and me had before, like if you need to sell your collection, for example, for any reason, and you can keep only one toy.
Oof. Yeah.
What toy
That's
it will be?
tough. Ooh.
Only one.
Only one. I haven't had any Zach Mini Monster toy, so hopefully soon.
Soon, man.
If there's anything that I would keep I love all the artists that I work with, but there's this one particular guy that I will always love his work. He's Carlo Andrade Cacho. So he's the Art of Wetworks.
Okay.
The Shinigami, Raging Shinigami figure, I've always loved it when they released it. And I had the opportunity to buy it in the Philippines last time I went home. It was very cheap. It was like 25,000 pesos. So I got it because back then they were selling for 100K. So I got to buy it for almost SRP. I was really happy about it because it's a collaboration between VYNC and a favorite artist of mine. So if there's anything that I will need to sell and keep one, it's that Raging Shinigami because I love the color, I love the shape. It has the inspiration of Hellboy with the mask and everything, and it's a Shinigami, so it's it's about death. It's Japanese. It's everything that I love with pop culture, and I always love how the artist interacts with his fans, like with his followers. He's always kind. He's always humble, and that is something that I always look at with artists because I believe that. I understand there are artists that are assholes, and sometimes I love those kind of artists because it's their personality, and I don't take that away from them. But whenever I see something like that, like they're very humble, they're connected to their community, they're connected to their collectors, they even reply, they even chat with you for hours just to introduce what they do, and they're very passionate about it. That relates to me because I kind of started that way when I was, trying to go through the field of floristry. I was looking for an investor, and he believed in me, and we were talking for hours before he even, approved the budget for the investment. So it's kind of like that because Carlo is an amazing guy, very artistic. The colors that he does, the inspiration that he takes from pop culture always relates to his community, and I love that. He keeps creating new things. He keeps updating new stuff. And the customization that he gives to the clients that he has is something that I never saw with anyone anymore. And he just stuck with the resin, which is such a big risk for Artoys because most people would go for PVC. They're light. They don't break. Right? But with resin, there's that risk of it breaking when it falls down. Even in your cabinet, sometimes it falls down. There's that risk. But I love that because it becomes more of an art than an actual toy because there's that separation. And to make it short, I love his work, and hopefully one day I get something that is more valuable for me with his collection because he has tons already, and I've just been trying to catch up with the ones that he releases that I like. I don't buy all colorways anymore. Of course. I don't want to be a Funko collector, but no. It's a joke that I have with friends because some of the artists recently has just been color changing. And it's something that I hated because if that's something that will happen in the future with the Artoys, I understand maybe like 3 or 5 releases of the same figure with different colors. I understand that. That makes sense. That's an art. But if you have hundreds, 200 of the same figure with different colors, are we still considering that as art?
But again, maybe someone love it.
Exactly.
If you like something like, I love these characters, make 100 for me with different colors and I will love it.
Exactly.
It's just
it's
our
personal
opinion.
for me.
For me, the same. Like I never collect like the same characters and all colors. Like
Right.
few, it's enough for me.
Like
I
three or
want too
four.
much. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's how I see it. That's why I kind of support the ones who, whenever they release something, it's always new. It's always something different. Even though it sometimes some things that I bought doesn't even appeal to me. I just like that they're doing something different every time. So I just buy it just to support the movement that he's, the artist is creating, and that process, to be part of that, even just buying. I love that journey, because that's why I love buying prototypes. Whenever I have the opportunity and I ask the artist if there's any possibility of buying the prototype, I want to buy it, because it's not about reselling or making an investment.
Of course, man.
It's about that story that's where it started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the first one.
Yeah.
It's the first one. And I always love that. That's why I have prototypes of things that, I bought over the years.
Yeah.
And I always kept it. I don't even post it on socials because I don't want to get
By
questioned.
the way, he don't have an Instagram. Normal Instagram. It's hard to find him.
I have no Instagram.
It's special agent here.
My Facebook is private, so I don't even.
Like a question. For example, for me, I'm in graffiti like many years, and if we talk about not only about Russia, about the different countries. For example, right now we have a situation. If you ask me like, can you tell me like a new names or something?
Right.
It's hard to find someone. I guess the youngest guy will be like minimum 10 years in this game.
Right.
Like nobody in like right now. It's more the people who live with this passion like many years. Not too much young artists who like come in and show like, hey, I have a nice style or something.
Right.
It's behind this artist minimum 10 years.
Yep.
What do you think about the Artoys? How with this situation in this industry, for example? Yeah, of course, a lot of artists starting even in Russia right now. A lot of young artists and on Philippines, of course. But maybe you can like give your opinion about the artists who just start or start not this year, but a few years, but he have like a potential big future, or he have an insane style or something. Tell me a little bit about this.
To be honest, with the hype that that happened with Artoys, with Pop Mart becoming big as Funko recently, there's a lot of artists to follow. You just check Pop Mart. Those are the following artists that you can check out for the next 10 years. But to be honest, one artist that I've been looking out for, that I think will be as big as, Kos or Murakami, is 1000 from the US.
Okay.
His style, his work of art is very unique, and I haven't seen it for a while. Like those kind of design, he did a shark head, like a costume of a shark head on his character, and he produced the Artoy. When I saw it, I was so late. It's all sold out. And the way he does artworks and murals, it's always so big. He doesn't do a lot of small things. And even his toy was like all hand painted. It wasn't produced in a company. So those 1000, you can check him out on Instagram. Okay. I've been looking out for his work, and he's not even penetrated the UK. He's just in the US.
Like a local guy.
Yeah, even in Asia, he hasn't really penetrated it. But for people who are really deep into this game, they would know him. There's even another guy that I follow is David Bishop. So he's from the US as well. Recently, I saw his works. He's been an artist for a while, but in terms of art toy design, he just started moving things, and I really like his design. It's not really pop culture. It's more contemporary per se. It's totally different the way I see things. So those are the kind of artists that I follow, and I don't even advertise it because I don't want to influence their work with the things that I like, because I actually got that kind of reception before. When I advertised a few things, they played into the things that I like, which I don't particularly like, because I want something that is of signature of the artist, and that is something that I just want them to continue and
message him like,
yeah, man. David Bishop. From the US. Mostly the US is booming. Asia, I believe there will be tons of artists. Philippines, Singapore. Not even like checking anymore because they're working with the big companies already. Pop Mart, this big Funko, even Funko, Rin Barrera, an amazing artist from the Philippines, collaborated with Funko, and it's technically a designer toy. It's not even a Funko piece. It's not just a Funko toy. It's actually an art toy created by Funko. So this kind of crossovers that I'm seeing, I think will be big in the next coming 10 years. Asia, still the US, UK still a bit slow on it.
Yeah.
But definitely the biggest place to check out will be the Asian continent. It will
Of course,
be big.
man. They are booming. They buying as a crazy, creating as a crazy, because they have a huge market with the people who are ready to buy. And they always collect something. Even 10 years ago, I was in Secret Base, I guess, the Hot Toys official store. Man, it was a line. I don't know which floor they have, like a 4 or something. They have a line outside on the street. They buying everything. If they're interested, they buying. Even in Thailand, I see a lot of collectors who buying a lot of toys.
Yeah,
they have a crazy collection. This region's always good. But for me, it's I have my favorites. It's not the beginners. I don't know why this guy. Maybe they choose this niche. They won't stay in the same level.
Right.
It's the course toys. These guys?
Of course. Of course.
They're crazy. For me, it's one of the best product ever because the price, the quality, the colors, insane. They always stay a little bit underground.
Yeah.
And they're huge and the small the same time. I think it's the perfect balance.
Oh, yeah.
And the price, they always keep the price. They give a nice chance to collectors, pre-order something. Friends and family, they always send the gifts. If you have more cards, you register them in each toy. So I love them. I'm not expect that they will be a super huge. For me, they already top.
They're huge already.
Yeah.
For me, that's why I didn't even include them in the idea, because I think course when they came out, the first figure, I remember it very clearly. I was like, yo.
Yeah, they are crazy.
That is a crazy figure. And it doesn't even look like a toy anymore. It's actually an art sculpture almost.
That's true. They
what I mean?
also balancing.
That's the thing.
I think they still on this problem because they on the balance between art toys and sculptures.
Right.
But they start art toys, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they also from surfing, from skateboarding, from this culture. But they looks amazing. Even the box, I never saw someone who create box with this quality, with the details, printing, colors, everything. Yeah, for me,
that's a wish
best.
list for me. I haven't gotten a course figure yet.
I have.
Yet.
I have. Even I have a friend who was not involved in this culture. We was just drinking every week the wine at his home. He was creating this sculpture from the bronze.
Wow.
And by hand. Even this guy was a office worker. He always calculates something for the companies, but his passion was a sculpture.
Right.
He was creating in his apartment the bronze sculptures, crazy things with chemistry and everything.
Wow.
And we was drinking the wine and talking about everything, about my life, what's happened, about art, everything. And I meet him with the Artoys, with the collectible things. And I think from that people who I know, he have the biggest collection, of course, now.
Nice.
So he started buying because they always create something big for not extra money.
Yeah.
And it looks great and everything. So for me, they're one of the best, Right now, if we will go to museum, we can, of course, the classic museum, we will find a lot of these authentic sculptures back at the time. Many years people was inspired by them because they looks perfect or something. But it's right now it's classic.
Right.
And right now, imagine the situation. What do you think about the art toys? Is it possible to maybe, I don't know, 50, 100 years later, some future people will go to some museum and find their art toys? I think it's already started happening.
Yeah.
But imagine for the future generation, what do you think about this?
Oh, I'm actually really excited about the future of art toys in particular, because right now it's already started. Koss has his own in Canada.
Yep.
Murakami has one in Japan.
Yep.
He's even touring that museum all over the world. And even the new artists are starting out in galleries. NFTs, which is I really love, because then they're being recognized. And I think in the future, having dedicated museums for art toys is not even impossible anymore. I think it's highly appreciated at this point. 50 years from now, they're the next Da Vinci, I think, to be honest. Like, they will be part of that phase. It's a period. It's like, to be honest, it's almost another golden age of art for me. Whenever I see the way that it evolved now, how much people are interested.
It's already
in
so
art toys.
big. You can't stop it. You can't stop it.
So I feel like this is a golden phase or an era of art again. It's not even just a toy, it's art. And that needs to be captured in the future in a museum where everyone, all of the artists that made a mark is there.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I give the lecture about toys or art, I always try to explain people that the art toys, it's modern sculpture. That's it. It's just for a group of people who create a little bit different modern art, like illustration or something. It's just a new vision of sculpture. That's it. And modern materials. That's it. Before you can use wood or, I don't know, marble or something. So right now we have more options. That's it. And the visual is changing because the artist is changing. Not all of them. The classic still will be classic until, I don't know, now, for the future, for the past. That's why it's classic. But the modern thing, like a contemporary art, the sculpture, the toys, the artists like me, it's just we change the material. Even for me, if I use the spray cans, even for the canvases, it's normal because I can use it. If I will like acrylic, I will use acrylic. The same with the sculptures. If this sculpture use the plastic, that's it. It's only one difference between all of this. And I think this is the question, not even the 30, 50 years. It will happen. It's already happened.
It's already happening for sure.
You can't stop it. But the same with it's it's already history. The same with the hip hop. When hip hop starts, it was just, I don't know, people try to do something new. It was nothing. It was like local guys bombing, dancing, something. Right now, this year, breakdance will be Olympic. In Paris.
It's crazy.
The same with the skateboard, with BMX. So the same with the toys. They just will find another platform. That's it, like a museum or something. I think it's the cool future. What do you feel about this NFT fidget? I didn't ask you about NFT that booming period when everyone started doing the collection, try to just make fast money. No, with all these AI things, with the NFT, with the phygital, because right now more people, even the artists, play about phygital when they showing something physical with maybe AR or something with some technology things. What do you think about this, about mixing the toy culture with the phygital things or something? What do you think about this?
For me, progress is always, there's always good and bad. With AI even, you cannot, and you can't even stop it at this point. Whatever progress is gonna happen, it's gonna happen no matter how much we love art. AI will happen. Digital art, like AI digital art, will always happen. We cannot stop it. So the way I see things is, it can help artists, right? If you're an artist and you have a wide collection of characters, artworks, and all that, and if you have AI to help you collate that, have a collection of it on your computer and create new inspirations for you to create from, helps you as an artist, right? It doesn't mean you're unoriginal because it's all your original work. At the end of the day, I think that's where the future of AI will be happening, wherein artist doesn't take anything from other artists. Artists will take from their own work. The AI will mash it up for new inspirations. Right? Those are futures that a lot of people working, and they still don't actually see it because all they see is that normal people accessing AI platforms and then creating artworks that comes from other artists, which of course it will feel bad if you're an artist. And I don't promote it, but you cannot stop it. That's one thing. And even with the NFT, there was a big boom. I was playing NFT. I was a big whale in NFT. I was doing NFT games, all this crypto and shit. I was there at the peak. And even on the low, I was lucky to sell immediately before it went down to shit. But the thing is, there's always that point. It's in the financial market. We always say there's always a point of consolidation.
Yes, of
right.
course.
Things have to consolidate at some point. NFT is good for artists. I always say this. A lot of people think when art and NFT came together, it was a scam, but it's not. If you actually see things in a bigger picture and you want to support an artist and the artist can create an artwork digitally and give it a limited run of 30 without printing, without all this, and they just do digital art and upload it on a platform and you get it and pay for the cryptocurrency of it, it's easier.
Yeah.
It makes it easier for you to appreciate the artist. It's easier for you to have that print, right? And then it helps the artist to grow. It's
that's true.
It's something that crypto shit, like the crypto scams ruined for the artists. Because when it was happening, I was supporting different artists on their NFT platforms. I was buying their NFT art. And I still have them because the way that I see it is that it's just one of the platforms that they are in. And if they do sell that artwork digital and it passes on, the artist still has rights and gets royalty, which they don't get from a physical product. And I actually love that concept. And I will always support that. If there's one good platform like Artoys right here, if they follow that model of, honoring at least the royalty for the artist and keep continuing growing the platform, I would always support that because it helps the artist grow without spending
only,
millions.
And imagine it's only one direction. For example, or you just can, if you have a lot of toys in your collection, if you have a digital twin or something, you can always check what you have.
Exactly.
Always can show.
Exactly.
And that's it. It's easy.
And even the fact that I have a friend who created a digital museum. So his job, his company,
museum, of course.
He creates a digital museum. And a lot of people say like, it's not good. It's art. It should be in a gallery and all this. And I said like, you know what? There are people who can't travel to this place. They cannot
use the glasses, man.
Just use the glasses, even just on your laptop, on your phone, drag and see artworks in high definition. And I think that is a great future for art. It doesn't mean that you're restricting everyone because it's not physical anymore. It loses value. The value is always up to the people who appreciate art.
Of course, man.
If you don't appreciate it anyway and you go to a museum, doesn't make sense for you to go there. That's why I'm always supportive of the changes in the digital platform. Of course, there are still things that needs to be changed with the AI, like how it takes works of other artists. That should be fixed. But for me, any progress in terms of technology and that helps artists is great for me.
Any progress, it's good if you use it smart.
Exactly.
That's it. Always, I like this thing when you need just find the balance.
Exactly.
On everything, and that's it. And you will be happy. People will be happy. Artists will be happy. So yeah, I think we will find something in the future very interesting, even with the Artoys or just art. Anyway, never ignore the progress. Support artists. It's always good. Yeah. Man, so it was a pleasure to talk with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zach.
You are my first guest, and for me, I'm glad that you support me also in this situation, and it was lovely to talk with you. Love you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone. Please support us, follow us, put your likes, and if you're interested about any guest, just put your message here. And if you know someone, doesn't matter it's Dubai or not, collectors, art designers, toy designers, please put it here.